So you join us on the engine rebuild. It's the next day, pouring rain outside, so yeah, it's a good day to crack on with it. I've got the generator off, just got the rotor to take off. So the first special tool required, but luckily it's just an M10 by 1.5 bolt. As long as it's long enough, you've got enough thread, that does that. Or it should do that nicely. Just screw it in and hopefully it should come off. Like that. It's just on a taper. Let's hope it all goes as easily as that. Got to get the top end off next. So it's got little carbon deposits in there. They've been whiskering the spark plug, they have. So if you know why I'm getting that, put it in the comments. It's obviously been apart before. All this looks quite new. So the piston all looks alright, doesn't it? Not a lot wrong with that. All looks nice and clean in there. I can't see on top of there whether it's an oversized piston or not. I can't see any marks on it at all actually. So we're going to remove that bolt, and there's a sleeve inside there, so we need to knock that out as well. Christ almighty. Don't think there's any need to do it up that tight, was there? Maybe there is. Nothing like fitting the right size washers, is there? So I've got that sleeve out. That was well in there, that was. Now it's just a case of undoing all the crankcase screws. And there's lots of them, and no doubt they're going to be tight. So there's 3 rubber bungs here I've got to get out as well. push those out. Rubber bungs. To reveal the screws underneath. There's one there, two there, yeah, there's quite a few, and there's one little hidden one at the cylinder base. So these screws are really tight, so I'm using an impact driver just to loosen them off, just to get them moving. Yeah, you need a good fitting bit as well, so you don't chew them up. Yeah, so once you get them loose, you're all right. Just do them alternate points, not start at one place and go round. Yeah, there's a lot of screws. Right, so that's all the screws undone. It's a just job now, isn't it? Just take that crankcase half off. Easier said than done. So what I'm going to do, I've got a big chunk of aluminium here. I'm going to place that on there like that. I'll drill and tap two 12mm holes to line up with the crank and the gearbox output shaft, and I'm going to wind the two bolts in, and hopefully that will push the case off. Do you think that will work? I think it will. So I need to measure the distance between those two, drill them into there. 15 point, hard to get an exact measurement, especially with my eyesight. 15.3. Fortunately, it's not critical science here. Nothing's critically millimetre perfect, is it? So I'm just going to get this as straight as I can. That looks pretty straight. So these are the bolts I'm going to use. That's not bad. Slightly on the slack side, but that's just because I drilled the tapping hole slightly too big. But I didn't have a 10.25 drill. Right, let's get the other hole tapped. Go on to the next stage. So I'm just going to square up the ends of these bolts in the good old method. So I've just left a pip on there, flat with a little pip. Alright, so it's the moment of truth. I think I'm ready to get it off. So I've just clamped it. I've got a bolt. I've drilled a hole and put a bolt through there into the case. 2 clamps there, 1 there. So let's see what happens. It's got 2 choices, isn't it? So I've had a bit of a camera malfunction where I didn't get the case coming off. So I apologise for that. Yeah, shame that was. But anyway, I found the broken spring, what was left of it, in here. So there's the spring situated there. Just goes on there like that. That's the broken spring. So we just got a couple of circlips to get off, and we can slide our new spring on. Watch these fly across the workshop. That'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? Right, that's those off. So there's our spring. Yeah, so it's broken right on the bend. But where it's obviously going to break, isn't it? That's the weakest point on that bend there. Not the best idea, MZ. So this new spring, the bend is very smooth. So I think that is a new improved spring, that. Yeah, it's much better than the original. It looks exactly the same. So we're going to go with that. So it goes on there like that. Does it matter which way up it goes? Yeah, it looks better that way. Yeah, that's where the wear marks were. Get our circlips back on. Get it back in the engine. So there we are, 1 spring repaired. So that was fairly painless, really. It was easier than I expected. So this engine has been apart before, and it's already got, I can see that's not an original bearing, and it's as smooth as silk. Same with the seals, you know, they all look good. So it's not getting any of that. I'm just going to put it back together. It's funny, I can't see any gasket goo at all. There must have been some on there, but I haven't got any. I haven't got any gasket sealant. I thought I did and I can't find it. Like everything, always bloody losing stuff. The old senile dementia's kicking in, I think. No doubt if I go and buy some, it'll turn up, won't it? Sod's law. Right, so I'm going to go out and buy some, go to Halfords or somewhere, get some sealant and I can get it back together. It came off actually fairly easily. Wasn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. So it's all going to go back together now. I've been out and got some Holomar. I'm going to put the gasket goo around that, heat this up, heat this area, because that's the tight bit going on to the main bearing. Everywhere else it seems to go on okay, or it came off all right. So if I heat this bit, that'll go over that bearing and it should all go back on nicely. So I'm just going to put some blue Holomar all around here. I'll just spread this around in a minute. Yep, that's hot. That's it. Back on. Just got to put all the screws back in there. Tighten those up. So I won't bore you with that. I'll get all those in and then we'll stick the top end on. I'm going to get this top end on. I've got a bit of two-stroke oil here. Put that on the piston. Some in the bore. And carefully put the cylinder on over the piston. Making sure the piston rings are in the right place. The gaps are all where they should be. It's quite a heavy cylinder, that is. Right, so that's the cylinder on. Head gasket's in good nick. I'll just put a little smear of Holomar on that. Doesn't really need it, but I can always check those I'll torque them up after it's been run and gone through a heat cycle. Then I'll recheck the torques on those. Oh, so I've got to get that sleeve back in there. That was quite a tight fit, that was.